Got ambitious goals? On this next episode of La Dolce Vita, the formula for fabulous living, I'm going to share with you the formula on how to achieve your ambitious goals in your business or in any area of your life in 90 days or less. So stay tuned.
Frankie Lee, dimmi, qual è senso della vita?
The meaning of life is to live la dolce vita, which is the formula for fabulous living.
Hi, my name is Heather Picken, and welcome to the La Dolce Vita Show, the formula for fabulous living. I'm the catalyst in helping you to be more confident, create your dream business, and attract elite clients and live a fabulous life. Here's Heather helping you to upgrade your life to
Fabulous. Upgrade your life to fabulous. Right, Frankie? You're fabulous.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of La Dolce Vita, the formula for fabulous living, where I show you how to reach your ambitious goals in your business and in your life. And there's actually a formula to it. And I talk about it in my book, The La Dolce Vita Formula, A Woman's Guide to Live a Fearless and Fabulous Life. If you haven't picked up your copy, please do so. Here's the cover of my book. If you're watching this over on my website, heatherpicken.com, or on YouTube, you can go to fearlessandfabulousbook.com. That's www.fearlessandfabulousbook.com. Now, today we're going to be talking about how you can set your ambitious goals and achieve them in 90 days or less. Now, when I wrote this book, the La Dolce Vita Formula, guess what? I wrote that book in 30 days. And so when I started thinking about goal setting and, the problems and challenges when I'm working with women, I work with a lot of very successful women from CEOs that want to set ambitious goals. They're maybe feeling all over the place and they need that focus. They need to really get out of their own way. I work with women entrepreneurs all over the world, and I've cracked the formula. I found a formula that I know works. And so when I started writing my book, I realized, how is it that I'm able to set these goals and nail them every single time? Well, it's really understanding the framework of how your brain works, how to set goals that are achievable and measurable. And I actually created a planner that goes with the book. So if you go to ladolcevitaplanner.com, you can pick up a copy of this planner. So I'm going to go over, what it takes, Number one, how do I set a goal, right? How do I go after my ambitious goals and dreams and do something that I feel passionate about? Well, one of the very first steps that you need to do, and I talk about this in my book, The La Dolce Vita Formula, is you have to know what your highest personal values are. Now, a lot of people have no idea what a value is, or they get a little bit confused. A lot of times they think a value is living in integrity, and that's actually false. A value is actually being demonstrated in your life right now. So look at your life right now. What action are you taking? And what areas of life are those actions? And that is really important for you, because if you're creating a brand in your business, you have to be able to align your highest values into your brand in order for you to be unique, in order for you to feel inspired with your mission and purpose, and actually be able to achieve those ambitious goals. So you have to have that framework. So a lot of times, people think, I have a value of being in integrity. And actually that has to do with more of morals and ethics when you're looking at that. So people actually have that wrong. Values actually goes back to axiology, which this is the study of values and worth. And the Greeks actually created the study of axiology, and they found out that no two people on the planet see the world in the same way. So if you're listening or watching this, you have a different worldview, and that's important because when you understand how amazing you are and you really embrace that, you can take your idea and be able to birth that into the world, right? Go to the next level of your success, whatever that is. Recently, I was talking to one of my mastermind clients, and we were talking about their brand. And I said, what is it that you absolutely love to do, that you are so amazing at? And we started having this conversation to build her platform, to build her program, and creating a brand that is just inspiring to her. So it's really, really important. Step one, when you're setting your ambitious goals, know what your highest personal values are. And this actually helps you to determine, I can't even talk, to determine what goals you need to be setting. Now, if you want to set a goal in 90 days or less, I want you to just pick one. Okay, so you're listening or you're watching to this right now. Go ahead and write down one goal that is so aligned with you that you know you can do in 90 days. I just told you that, when I wrote my book, I think I just told you, that I wrote it in 30 days. Now, this is really interesting because during the 30 days, I was helping my boyfriend recover from shoulder surgery. And every day I went to Starbucks, so I had my goal. I told myself, I'm going to write this book in 30 days. I had created my blueprint to write my book. So I actually, I took like 2 weeks to actually plan out the formula for my book, the formula, the format, my ideas. And when it came to writing, if you ever want to write a book, you want to plan all of the chapters ahead of time. And then it's easier for you to write it. And so I was just cranking out the pages. And because I live a couple doors down from Starbucks, I would race back home, check on my boyfriend. He was all kind of, he was not really coherent because he was on medication from the surgery. And so actually, hopefully he's not listening or watching. It was a blessing. It was a blessing because I got to write my book. And in the moment, I'm thinking, before I even did it, I'm like, how can I write this? Like, how can I take on this project and take care of him? But it actually worked out very well. So if you're writing a book, you want to think about, okay, give myself a time frame. Because I believe if you have ambitious goals, do not just say someday you're going to write a book. That doesn't work. Do not just say, oh yeah, someday I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I am here to tell you that you need to take charge of your life and you need to do it right now. And this takes me to the second step of the process of getting clear on what kind of goal that you want to create the next 90 days that is aligned with who you are. Please do not set what I call unicorn goals. A unicorn goal is a fantasy of something that is unrealistic, that is not in alignment with who you are. And you know that if you're not taking action on it. If you keep saying, well, I have to write my book or I have to do this. When you're inspired by your vision, your mission, and your purpose, you're going to take action on it no matter what. Okay. And so when I'm working with clients, I actually show them to hack their brain on how to link their inspiration to their goal so that their body and mind is in sync. That's the key. So you want to make sure that you're setting goals that are in alignment with you so that there's no quote unquote motivating yourself. You come from inspiration, and the word inspire actually means to come from within. When you're inspired, you spontaneously take action, and no one is telling you to do it. That's why you have to know what your highest personal values are. A lot of times what happens is we beat ourselves up because we're living in this fantasy world, comparing ourselves to other people, thinking, wow, I should be over here. I'm here to tell you, if you just follow this formula, you look at where you're at right now, 90 days, I want to do this. I know what my highest personal values are. I'm clear on the vision and goals, right? So What is it that you want to create in 90 days or even less? I just told you I wrote my entire book in 30 days. So there's no excuse, okay? I'm calling you out. There's no excuse why you can't do it. Now, I want to read you some examples. I was actually, I don't post a lot in Facebook groups. I mean, I'm in all different social media platforms. I kind of do business where I'm just aligned. Like I just do things that I totally feel in alignment with, like doing my show, doing videos, putting myself out there, because I don't believe one size fits all. And you can create amazing results in just 90 days or less in your business or any area of your life. I am 1000% certain of it, because all of my clients that follow the formula, they get results. So anyways, I am watching this post. I'm reading this post on Facebook the other night. And this woman was kind of going on a little rant like, hey, I don't want to do 99 things to market my business. I don't want to do a funnel, da, 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 da. And I totally felt for this woman, because I get so sick of other marketers saying, hey, you have to do it this way. You don't. When you are aligned with your mission and purpose, you will spontaneously attract the right people and resources, and you will be guided to the right marketing strategy. And I know this because I have so many results from clients that I've worked with in multiple industries, like just totally different industries. When I started out, I started more focusing on the marketing. And honestly, I was just not aligned with that. I know how to market. I've done many different marketing campaigns, from Facebook ads, marketing best-selling books. I mean, you name it. Getting my clients to be at the top of their podcast. Actually, one client recently, she hit 10,000 downloads in 2 weeks. But again, I just told her to focus on one strategy. And this is where I really want to kind of bring this message full circle. So anyways, the person was complaining like, hey, I don't want to be doing all this. Like it's a pain. You know, number one, you have to do something to market your business. Can we all agree? You've got to do something, but you've got to reverse engineer this. You've got to have your mind in alignment, and you have to be clear on your vision. And this goes with any goals that you want to set. So I was writing this little write-up, and I'll post it in the show notes, because I think it's important for you to see. So I wrote her back, and I told her, I'm like, yeah, no, I totally get where you're at. Not one size fits all, right? If you ever go to a clothing store and they have that one size fits all and you're trying it on, I'm like, this is a lie. One size does not fit all. But anyways, I was putting some results down in different industries of clients that I work with. So maybe you can relate to this. So one of the clients didn't do any marketing online. And I actually work with men too. Primarily, I focus on empowering women and women entrepreneurs, but I do attract male clients. But anyways, this client happened to be a male, and he moved to a different country where he had no prospects. Imagine going to a different country, moving, not having any business contacts, and you start a business. In 8 weeks, I helped him to land a 10,000 corporate deal, okay? And this is a different country where he doesn't even speak the language. How cool is that? And guess what? I did not tell him to market his business online. He actually has no digital assets where he is marketing online. People weren't going to his website. One of the things I did is I showed him how to leverage, connections, in-person connections. I gave him the language of what he needed to say. Another example, and I put just like client number one, client number two. This person did no marketing whatsoever, okay? I gave this person a marketing plan, but we didn't do any marketing. What we focused on, and I really want you to get this, is her mindset. Because your mindset is the driving force. Your mindset will dictate how much money is going or flowing in your bank account. And so we focused only on her mindset. And the great thing is she happened to be in the right place at the right time. And I call this synchronicity meets intention. And it's so awesome. I mean, she is a totally different person when we started working. And she's actually in my La Dolce Vita Thought Leader Academy. And so I'm just so proud of her. Another client I had just mentioned a couple minutes ago, I helped her to launch her podcast. So she got 10,000 downloads in 2 weeks. She's actually one of the top podcasters in her industry. She actually got actually across the board in a couple different industries, rose to the top. And her business is worth a couple of million. And what we did is we focused on the strategy and planning for a couple of months, and then we launched it. And so again, I didn't have her do 50 million things. So she focused on one marketing strategy, and that was podcasting. Client number 4, she is on her way to generating, she's a few $1,000s short of $250,000, okay, in her business. And so one of the things that we focused on was really mastering the art of sales and growing her YouTube following. And she went from 0 to 7,000 subscribers in 4 weeks, okay? And that was that was the right marketing vehicle for her. Everyone is different. That's why I've said, not one size fits all. And she is in crunch mode. So she is doing this in a period of actually 30 days to hit her 250,000 mark for her sales. So I think that's pretty phenomenal. Another client number 5, I had a realtor client, and this happens to be a male. Yes, again, I work with fabulous men. What we did was really focus on his mindset, okay? He was brand new to the business, and he was able to create 2 listings in 8 weeks and closed on a property in 30 days right after that. And, we started to discuss he's like, well, should I do social media? I'm going to have someone set up my social media. And I said, honestly, your current currency is really about connections, okay? And when you're hanging around high net worth people, you build those solid relationships. And that's exactly what he did. It's exactly what he focused on. So we focused on, number 1, the mindset. So I have a strategy about really owning the thought leaders, people that you are really aligned with. And I go into this process of mental immersion where I share with people that work with me how to do that. And he was floored. He could not believe the result. Because think about it, if you're a realtor, you're going to go out and you're going to network, and maybe you're doing some social media and Facebook ads. I didn't tell him to do any of that. And not to say that you can't do it, but I really wanted to go with what his resources were and what I felt that it was the fastest path to accelerate getting results. If we're looking at creating results in 90 days or less, I really tap into the energy and intention of someone and where I feel that their best assets are, okay? Where their wealth potential is locked up. And sometimes, your wealth potential might be broadcasting in a podcast, or it might be in video, or it might be doing more things offline. Again, one size does not fit all. Okay, so don't let anyone else tell you differently. Let's see. Another client, she was running out of money. Okay, so she was burned out. She really felt like her life was kind of falling apart. She just was getting over a divorce. And I was able to help her to align her mind. Number 1, mindset is always the first thing that I will help people to master, because that is going to make or break you. If you don't have the mindset to get you to your goals, you'll never take action, right? So the mindset is the driving force for you taking action or not taking action. So anyways, she put herself in alignment, and this is the cool thing. She attracted a billionaire, yes, billionaire, to invest in her business. And she hired me. We did a VIP day because she basically had to pitch a business plan for him to buy into her vision. And if you've been listening or watching, I am all about creating an ambitious vision. The clearer you are on your vision and mission, you're going to attract those people and resources out of the blue. So it doesn't matter what has happened to you in the past, how much money you have or don't have, but what matters is that you are so inspired and aligned with your ambitious vision and mission and purpose of why you're here on this planet. I'm so certain of this. It will blow any marketing strategy away. So anyways, I was able to do this VIP day, and he wanted a business plan. And I don't know if you've ever created a business plan. I am really not big into creating traditional business plans, like something that you would submit to a bank. I mean, that to me is very painstaking. But what I do know is how to create a plan that, you know, is projecting cash flow numbers, the strategy, like here's what we're going to do, and put this into a format where, you know, someone could say, hey, this is what I have going on. Now, one of the very first things that we did is to create what I call her La Dolce Vita vision, and is, what do you want to do, be, and have? Now, I had to think about the context of her pitching this billionaire, right, to seal the deal, kind of like Shark Tank in a way, but not as harsh, right? And I said, listen, you need to be able to articulate your vision so that he is going to buy into it, and you have to be aligned with it first. So we did that. It was so cool. We did that, and I said, listen, I don't want you to be attached to the outcome. That's part of setting an ambitious goal. You got to get clear. You have to be aligned. But please, do not be attached to the outcome. And so we went through all of those steps, and then Monday, you know, we did our VIP day on Friday, and Monday she was supposed to speak to him and, you know, get the results. And then she came back to me and she said, you know, he bought into it. He's like, yeah, he's on board. And it's so great because she is a single mother of 2 amazing children. So if you're listening to this or watching this and you have children and think, gosh, you know, there's no way I could do this, I don't have the resources, that is complete crap. I want you to know that you're listening or watching this for a reason. And I'm going to call you out. If you are in your head, I want you to get out of your own way, because when you really get clear, when you align your mind to your vision, things appear. So I like to rhyme a little, and I say, when you get clear, the clients appear. When you get clear, the opportunities appear. And it is where that, or it is that place where you're creating your La Dolce Vita vision, and it's starting to basically come true. And I tell people it's like this living organism that you can create. You are creating your life, your reality, because you're clear on your vision. And your vision is so crystal clear. You know, if you don't have a vision, I encourage you to do it. So anyways, going back to this post, I was writing all of this. And again, you can read this in the show notes. And I was, you know, asking her, you know, do you have a vision statement? If you don't have a vision statement, I want you to look at your business and life and see where you're attracting your chaos. Because if you're not clear, that's where your chaos appears. You see, I like to rhyme. But anyways, your vision is going to inspire you. It's going to inspire your focus. It's going to tell you that I know, I can, and I am. You're going to see things on the way instead of in the way. I can tell you, like, so many times in my past that I wanted to throw in the towel. I would be pursuing business. I'd throw a lot of money at my business and nothing would happen. And I start beating myself up until I started to get crystal clear on why I was here on this planet. I kept running into obstacle after obstacle with no solution. No, not to say you're never going to have obstacles. You will have obstacles, but when you're clear on your vision and you're going after challenges that are inspiring, you are going to stand in your power and you're going to follow it. I guarantee it. And this is why I love doing what I do. I love sharing the La Dolce Vita Formula. And it's based on neuroscience, psychology, and philosophy of creating anything that you want in your business and life. And I was also sharing with this woman, I'm like, this is actually a beautiful moment. So if you're feeling frustrated right now, you want to take that frustration and realize that it's kind of like a guide to your feelings to get you to pay attention. Who says you have to market like everyone else? Who says you have to follow what everyone else is doing? You don't. And why not be the influencer? Why not be what Ian Rand says, being a man, or I'll say a woman, with unborrowed vision. Be a visionary and an innovator of what you want to do in your business and how you're going to put yourself out there. There's so many different ways. Maybe you come up with something that is out of the box inspiring, right? And then you send me a message and on how it worked out for you. But I was sharing with this woman, like, you've got to trust the process of why you're here and listen to your inner nudges, because we can take our frustration and turn it into something extraordinary if we allow ourselves to really pause and reflect on what our intuition is saying. But a lot of times, let's face it, we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our path. We don't trust that we have a purpose. We have a bigger meaning of why we are here on this planet Earth. And I just, I know that one size does not fit all. And that's one of the reasons why I created the La Dolce Vita Academy. I really wanted, part of me was like, well, I really should be teaching marketing. And I do teach marketing, don't get me wrong. But what I teach, 90% of what I teach is how to create your juicy, ambitious vision, how to crystallize it, how to let it evolve, how to attract amazing clients in your business. And I've helped people to build 6- and 7-figure businesses. So it all starts within. You got to go within. You've got to align yourself to your vision, mission, and purpose, and ask yourself, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What do I want to have? And I will say this, with your ambitious vision, you absolutely must, if you want to do something extraordinary on this planet, the vision has to impact the planet. And my vision and mission is empowering millions of women to be leaders in their business, to be leaders in their life, to understand that they can go out and change the world. And I totally believe that with 100% of every cell in my body. And I know I'm here. If you're watching or listening to this, I'm here to show you that you can break through your fear. And it does take determination, and you have to be fearless in your pursuit. I didn't get where I am today shying away. And trust me, it's been challenging. And that's why you need a mentor. You need to get into a support group or work with someone one-on-one that understands the science and psychology of rewiring your brain, okay? Because anyone can show you how to market, but not everyone can show you how to get out of your own way, right? So to me, I look at it as a very holistic approach in creating your ambitious goals. So let's wrap this up here. I know I've talked a lot, but as you can tell, I'm very excited about this topic. Number 1, get clear on your highest personal values. Everyone lives by their top 3. They're demonstrated in your life right now. Number 2, get clear on your vision. What is the vision that you want to do, be, and have between now and the rest of your life? If we're chunking it down to 90 days, what do you want to do the next 90 days? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to attract, X amount of clients? Do you want to release weight? And notice I did not say lose weight. Release weight in 90 days. You can totally do it. What is that ambitious goal? And you want to start taking action. Create a strategy that you're aligned with, that you can take action. It's not doing 50 million things. It's exhausting to post on Instagram, then go on to Facebook, and then maybe do a tweet. And, could you do those things? Absolutely. Do you have to do them all? No, you don't. I just showed you proof that it starts with your mind first. You got to go within yourself, and then you implement the strategy. And that is not one size fits all. Okay. I really want you to get that today. You do not have to market like everyone else. You've got to be you. You've got to feel aligned and authentic with your message and your brand. And then you take off like a rocket ship, because when you do, here's the great thing. when you set a goal, an ambitious goal within 90 days or less, once you break through that first level, you're going to jump to new levels of awareness in your mind. That is the coolest thing. Did you know that the average age of being a millionaire is 37 today? I think that's really interesting. I was reading an article in Business Insider, and I was thinking about that, and I'm like, why is that? Well, today, obviously with technology, number one, gives us, faster results. We can accelerate the rate in which we connect with people globally. But more importantly, it's creating an awareness. Once you become aware of how to do something, what happens also on a mass conscious level is that people are tapping into that, whether they're seeing it or it's an unconscious thing that is unfolding. And they've actually done studies on this about tapping into mass consciousness and how people get ideas where people could have the same idea and then someone takes it. Like if you've ever had an idea, maybe you had the idea of inventing Spanx and you didn't jump on it, and there you go. Sarah Blakely beats you to it. But anyways, when you think about it and think about how powerful you are as a human being, as a woman, you can do anything that you put your mind to it. But we limit ourselves. And I love this quote: once you become fearless, your life becomes limitless. And I'm going to end the show with that today. So I hope this helped you. Tell me, what is your ambitious goal? What is it that you want to do in the next 90 days? Are you struggling? And again, I recommend pick up a copy of my book, The Dolce Vita Formula. You can go to fearlessandfabulousbook.com. You can grab a planner, the La Dolce Vita, or actually, what is it? LaDolceVitaPlanner.com. And if you have any questions, I love hearing from you. Please email me, Heather@heatherpicken.com. I actually answer my personal emails because it's important. I am a woman on a mission. So anyways, if you found this show to be helpful, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you go ahead and go over to iTunes, give me a 5-star rating. I'm going to bribe you. And, review the podcast because the message gets out. My mission is empowering women. I have about 6,000 to 7,000 downloads every month on my show, and I want to grow it. And I have, I can't do this alone, right? This takes work. And I am just so inspired about listening to other people's stories of how my show has helped you. And this is free. I don't charge for this podcast. So anyways, I hope this has helped you. And until next time, be fierce. Go after your biggest dreams and know that the world needs your work. Until next time, this is Heather Picken. Take care. So if you found this show to be fabulous, please share with your fabulous friends, rate, review, and subscribe on YouTube and iTunes. And I'll make sure I take a beatbox lesson, right? Or give my little chihuahua a bone. That's me. Fabulous.